Hey, good morning to you. Welcome back to the Morning Minute Meditation. Glad you've joined me today. I'm enjoying a good cup of caribou coffee out of a mug given to me by Pastor Bobby Helms of the Bright Spot Baptist Church in Monroe, North Carolina. I had the opportunity of hearing him preach a funeral on yesterday, and he did a great job, and I appreciated the good words there. This time of year, this peace on earth, goodwill toward men time of year, has men thinking about the subject of peace. There are multiple stories about people who were on the battlefield, and then Christmas Day rolled around, and the enemies dropped their arms and fellowshiped together for a day, and then went back to fighting. Those stories are replete through military history. Jesus had a lot to say about peace. When he was leaving here, he looked at the 12 greatest men on the top side of God's earth, and he said, peace I leave with you. My peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid. This indicates to our heart that peace is something that all of us can have, number one. It was left to us by Jesus. But secondarily, it also allows us to see and understand that the possibility of losing peace as a result of anxiety over one thing or another is also a probability in the human frame. Therefore, peace is to be guarded at all costs. It was Tim Hansel, the Christian who was an adventurer, who talked about this in his book from 1987 called Holy Sweat. He said that he and several of his friends made a decision to sail around the world. He said that it was exciting at first, and then the closer the day of their getting on the water grew near, he said anxiety really set in on him. He said, I read the Bible and I prayed, and I read the Bible and I prayed. And he said, then it dawned on me, the Spirit of God said, why don't you read about sailing? He said, I began to gather materials and read about sailing the seas, and he said that the anxiety went away. He said it was that I was not unprayerful or uncareful. He said I just had no knowledge of what I was doing. He said when I gained the knowledge about sailing, he said the anxiety left me, and we embarked upon our journey, only to disembark on the other side of the world. Here's the point. The point very simply is this. Peace comes to us with a knowledge of things, a knowledge about things. Here's what Peter said. Peter said this. He said, for 2 Peter 1:2, he said, grace and peace be multiplied unto you through the knowledge of God and of Jesus our Lord. He said, here's how peace comes to the Christian. He said it doesn't come through wishing or wanting or working it up. He said peace comes to us through a knowledge of Jesus Christ. The more you know about Jesus, the more peace you have in your heart. Hey, how peaceful are you during these days of peace on earth, goodwill toward men? Think on these little bitty simple thoughts today and have yourself a grand day in the Lord.